All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Nana, episode 15. We had a breakup.
We did. It was clean. In that they're definitely broken up.
Yeah.
That's probably the only way, really.
Right, yes. But, I mean, hey, Nana is comforting Nana, so we're practicing some self-love here. And now we're going to be going to Trap Nest.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, hey, she had the tickets. She was going to go with Shoji, but then that whole thing happened. So, you won't make it.
You gotta go.
Yeah,
right?
just to take the.
You wouldn't be selfish, would you, Nana?
Right.
Because you know which Nana I'm talking about, right? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is. I'm excited.
I'm
excited.
I'm scared. I'm scare-sighted.
That's the best, though, right?
It is the best. Yeah. But all right, y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this.
That is interesting.
I mean, that's in a lot of ways the selfish kind of aspect of it is that it's trauma related. It's not actually that she desires to, be selfish in some ways, but it manifests in that way because she would rather receive something that she doesn't feel like she's capable of giving,
Yes! Yeah, thank you!
Good job. Kyosuke, you're so wise. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Uh-huh. Not acknowledging him.
Yep. Sips casually.
Wow. That was too
Wow.
meta.
What is the fourth wall?
Yeah. Oh, God. But you do want to talk to her.
He literally has a dunce cap on right now,
Yeah.
It's selfishness. Yep. Who cares?
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not exactly in the same kind of emotional distraught position that Nana is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, careful. Might be that this is Nana,
God damn it! You can't
Kyosuke's
keep
too
getting
powerful.
away with this.
Kyosuke is too powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh my God.
Oh. Okay, so she's not going.
Yeah, where is it? Which is where? Wait. Ah. I actually think it'd be cool for her to go back home for a bit.
Uh-huh.
Did she look at the camera for that? Oh my gosh.
いや、そういうの強制するのはどうかと思うよ。それよりトラネスファンの男でも見つけて仲良く言ってくれば？
Yeah, sure. That's very
いらないよ、彼氏なんか。もう恋なんかしない。
yeah. I mean, y'all could have predicted that.
See, you could say if you're going back home, why not get one of your family to go with you and you could catch up with them at the concert?
Right, like take your sister.
Yeah.
You know? She might be a bit wild, but I'm sure you could bond. It would be great. Yes, that's totally a...
God, and it's, and we'll calmly stay together forever. She's already relegating her to that position without the, oh God.
So are we the idiots?
Nice.
That's smart of her. No, she knows how to handle herself in a loud area.
All right.
Yep. That's what it's like.
I can't wait for Nana's band. This is gonna be so good.
Aww.
Hey, now you can get to the front. Oh wait,
There's someone
Oh,
staying.
that's the super
Yes,
fan
it
from
is!
before.
Wait. Is that... Wait. Okay. No, it's just slightly similar. Sure. She's next level. Good. Yeah, stay around.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's the power of one super fan.
Yep. All right, let's go.
Hell yeah. Doki doki.
Is she gonna come out during the song?
Yeah, I guess so. Starting to shake. Yep, people are jumping. Yeah. Here she comes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go.
God. Whoa.
Yeah. Let's get it. Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
I like how the sound is slightly different because this is the live show.
It's an additional like recording, but like it's specifically recorded like maybe outside a studio or something. My love, I need your love. I'm a broken rose. Wow. Oh.
さん付けやめようよノブ。一応同い年なんだし。
え、そうなんだ。大人っぽいからヤスさんと同じくらいかと思ってた。ノブがガキっぽいんだよ。
True.
待ってるは割とイケてるのにね。
Oh, and she came back here too.
チャドちゃん。
Oh.
何作ったの？
酢の物とサラダです。ライブの後だし、さっぱりしたものも食べたいかと思って。
やった。さすが気が利くな、ミサトは。あとはハチ公に任せて。
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
あんた、こ
It's too real though. These kind of intrusive thoughts can come that quickly.
ナナさんが電話で知らせてくれたんです。
Oh,
そうなの？ただの報告のつもりだったんだよ。まさか来るとは思わなかった。
迷惑でしたか？
そんなわけないじゃん。嬉しい。
no, you're actually the reason why there was such a great turnout.
ミカ迷惑でしたかよ。バカみたい。
Oh my god.
That's your line.
ライブでも超泣いてたし。
Is that a problem if she is?
同士なのに変なの。
That sweat dropped by her eye. Yeah. Oh, why am I feeling jealous?
うんじゃあまたね
Aw,
バンド頑張ってね。
that was great.
起きろ帰るぞ
Having Junko and Kyosuke like really like in it now with them.
Yep.
The friend group mixture.
じゃあ私はこれで。
どこ行くの、ミサトちゃん？
東京駅の近くのホテル取ってあるからそこに。
ああそうじゃあタクシーで送ろうか
Ugh, what a man. Yasu.
ここに泊まる気かと思った。
ホテルなんかキャンセルして泊まってきなよ。
Go home. Yeah. Oh god, she's that roommate.
Yeah, the obsessive thinking about your
Yeah.
roommate's love life.
Yeah.
Fantasize. Wait, huh?
と欲求不満なんだ私。心も体も。
Wow.
だからこ
I
の
mean,
わからない感情が嘘。
That's entirely fair.
Yeah.
やっぱり私には私を可愛がってくれる優しい男が必要。
I mean, we were talking about self-loving earlier, you know.
Yeah.
It just
家庭がめんどくさいな。恋するのが疲れるし、今までうまくいかなかったんだし。浅野さんの時も。
ugh. Good. Good.
Yeah, yeah.
Banish to the shadow realm. There you go. There you go. Get distracted. Yeah, yeah.
Good.
And then thump, thump, thump.
Creaking bed.
Oh.
Wow. Oh my god.
We got plenty of sleep and woke up early, so that's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
you slept in, you know? Oh no.
So that's not going to help with getting a new job. Yeah.
Did you just walk out with the scarf? Like,
I think that's just stuff she's already
okay.
gotten.
because that's when they have time. She's like, even the teens are dating.
Right, right.
Fuck, I'm going home.
And I love that the show made them look like especially young.
Right.
Because to her, it's probably like, you're babies.
どうしよう。あ、そうだ。ジャクソンに寄ってこ。
No money, remember?
だし、一人でも寂しくないや。
But Shoji could be there too.
でも、あの店には少女も。
Yeah.
やっぱやめた。
That's probably the worst part about breaking up badly. Is that you know where they frequent and it terrifies you to go to those places because you'd see them there again, you know?
Yeah.
ナナもそろそろ帰ってくるかもしれないな。
I've definitely had my fair share of panic moments when I'm like driving through like the general area of like an ex.
Ah!
Oh, oh no.
And the worst part is that Sachiko probably noticed too, and she's like, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
おかえり、ハチコ。
Ha! The cat ears.
Yeah.
時てっきりナナは怒り出すかと思った
But she got sad.
叱られた子供のような顔をした
How much you want to bet that she's thinking, this girl's energetic. She'll be able to help cheer up Nana better than I can.
No, I get that, but I think it's not that. It's that
It's something
Nana
else.
needs somebody,
Yeah.
around her, and when Nana's in a low mood, it actually affects our
Yeah, no, that makes
Nana
sense.
O
That makes
even
sense,
more.
yeah.
So she needs
So she's
in some
like
ways like a little bit of
an emotional pick-me-up.
emotional
Yeah.
pick-me-up. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, man. Fuck!
And there's also the stuff that she kind of like Nana O was brought into that whole situation and being able to be like, okay, cool, I had my band moment, that brought me back up, but it's the Nana was too relatable this episode.
Yep,
Fuck,
that
hurt. I've
boy.
never seen an anime, because I think I've seen this once in a non-anime story, but I've never seen it in an anime where they so quickly got into the way in which someone can neurotically like fixate on specific things and then start feeling isolated, alone, antagonized even. Like, these people aren't even like on your side anymore, and then it feels like you can't process that stuff with them, and then your mind starts drawing connections to things that don't exist, and it's all so easy to slip into. But the minute you just kind of process this out with people, you kind of go, oh shit, I'm caught up in something.
Yeah, that isn't real, and that's like...
Or even if there's a part of it that's like connected to something, you realize how far you took it.
Exactly.
Like,
it doesn't necessarily mean what you think, because people are not...
people are not thinking about you all the
Right.
time. Like,
And-
it's not a personal thing.
And even if there's a part of them where they are...
Right.
Like, people are not static, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
true.
like in the same way that Nana can have these little neurotic thoughts that aren't helpful, right? Where suddenly, like is she trying to butt in and replace me or something? Right? That can be a thought that you have in the same way that someone else might have a thought of a similar kind as that,
Sure.
and you might even pick up on that or some where you're like, oh, you can tell that something's happening, but that doesn't mean that that's going to be something that's held on to. That can just be something that's a flash in the pan of there one moment, gone the next.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And
like,
so
the power of communication, but also Nana is a verbal processor.
yes,
Our Nana-Kate Hachiko, she's absolutely a verbal processor. So she's really bad at internally processing things.
Right.
Now, while she is able to kind of stir her own pot in a way that gets her riled up and focused and kind of like directly driven towards a specific goal, she can just as easily go, whoo, off to a different direction with
because that's what she's working with. She has developed skills to try and guide that and harness that to be a positive thing rather than a negative.
She's in the worst situation she's ever been in right now.
My heart goes out to you, Nana-Kay. Like that sucks. That really sucks. Like, because when you're in those situations, you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
And the problem is that the things that make it so that make it harder to communicate can be things that you're bringing to the table that maybe you need to work on or things like that, right? They can also just be random circumstantial things, right?
Right.
So, the fact that, like, say...
Oh, there wasn't a seat for me. They didn't leave a seat for me.
Right.
So I don't feel like I'm invited into the group or something.
The fact that, hey, someone's over here now, so I can't necessarily communicate with Nana O about any of the things that I'm feeling because they're constantly here. That's just a thing that happens, but it doesn't mean that, even though it's having this negative impact on you, that doesn't mean that it's something that in any way Nana O is aware of or doing intentionally or anything like that, right? And yet the effect is happening, so then it's what do you do? And because when you're in those situations where you are really low, you need to get outside of your own head and your own perspective, but when things happen that make that difficult... it's frustrating. It's disheartening. It's torture.
Yeah, like I've had times where specifically my fear in this related area is that I get very easily overwhelmed in large group social situations, especially when I don't know too many people. So I kind of rely on my like extroverts around me to kind of guide me around places and things like that, or just the people that know a lot of people. And like a thing I really have had like happen like many times is I'll basically get left alone. Like people will just kind of move on and just kind of like go into a thing, and they'll just kind of abandon me at like a table somewhere, and I'll be like, I don't know anybody here. I can try and like make a connection here, but those people want to be with other people because they all know people here, and I'm like, oh man. And then when I'll go to like kind of the 2 or 3 people I know, they'll kind of be like, oh yeah, cool, and then they'll like leave again. And if it's like the wait, no, I want to go, or I don't want to be here, or no, I want to stay with you or something. If they're like, no, go hang out with this person, it'll be fine. I'm like, no, I want to go. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, I want to be with you. Like,
God, I had this just like fairly recently where there was a situation where I wanted to communicate with somebody about something that was very important, right? And it was something that was causing me consternation, but at the same time I didn't want to impose, right? The person was trying to be like basically doing that kind of thing where it's the no, don't worry about it.
It's okay.
It's all good. You know, and I'm like, no, I
trying
need to
talk
say
about it.
Yeah, I don't want to be blunt and be like, no, I am distraught. You know, I need to talk about this, right? You know, because if you don't want to talk about it, okay, but at the same time, fuck, you know, right? So it's
yeah. And then your brain can leap towards a whole bunch of conclusions, which then cause you to isolate and downward spiral. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, that's too real. I don't think I've related to Nana more in the series here than in this because, like, you know, I've gone through many breakups. Some of them great, some of them meh, some of them bad. But it's the whole thing of where when you're in that space and you're like, oh. No, I don't think I'll ever love again. Like that happens. That absolutely happens. And then you have like well, I'm going to go and lean on those couple people that are, you know, conveniently close and a good support system. Yeah. And even if it's not just the best situation, it's still, you know, something. Sometimes those people are just inconvenienced away. And you don't have that for a bit. And you realize, oh shit, I don't have a lot of good self-discipline to be able to kind of go through my own shit myself. And then you spiral even harder. And that hurts
and
a lot.
I love so much that the episode ends with her then lashing out at Nana. And it's not that Nana gets angry, because that's kind of what she was hoping. Right? Nana's
but she looked like scared and hurt and like sad. Yeah.
Right. And it's like, oh shit. Like that.
That's the worst feeling. Because then you know, like, fuck, now my problem is making other people feel worse.
But also
the judgments I made of that person
are
completely wrong.
I was not listening. I was not truly observing. I was assuming that, like, because if you see if you see somebody that's really muscly and super strong, and you ask them to help you carry something, cool. But then if you find out that it's like, no, they actually threw out their back, and you know, and and they're trying because they're like, well, I'm good at this, but at the same time, maybe this isn't a good time, you know, right, exactly. You're like, oh shit, no, I wasn't paying close attention. Why did I do that? You know,
and you could say this is another extension of Nana K's selfishness.
Sure, absolutely.
But I think this might just be the thing of where she got caught up in the wait. I feel a little bit of possessiveness towards Nana. Oh, yeah. Why? I don't understand my feelings. And I like the way that we're coming at this from her heteronormative perspective, where she's like, "That's weird." So that's not the thing. Right. There clearly won't be any weird feelings or anything there.
Yeah.
And then it's the wait. Like, have you completely misinterpreted Nana O's feelings towards you? Where it's the...
You know what they say about assumptions, you know?
Yeah. But then it's the... Wait, no, I am jealous. Oh, wait, to the point that I'm, like, imagining their potential, like, sleeping together intimacy situation.
Yep.
That says a lot more about you, Nana K. And it's something where... God... To be fair, if you're roommates with somebody
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna get it on, at the very least, give them like a warning, a heads up, some earplugs or something, just to be like,
Sure.
hey, all that. Nana O's not gonna be doing any of that there.
Yeah.
She's really excited to have her super fan actual
She hasn't seen in a long
that
time.
she hasn't seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Who she also is
Yeah.
very excited to see Nana because
Yeah.
she's like,
Right.
oh my gosh,
I love-
did find you guys.
Yeah.
You are performing here. I'm so excited for you. You perform so well. And
I love the idea
Yeah.
that Nana O like specifically reached out to this person and was like, "Hey, we're going to be performing here." This kind of like close connection that she has with one of her super fans. That's the kind of thing that if it was with like a super popular band or something, I might be like, oh, that's kind of odd.
It is kind of odd, yeah.
Right? Because it could totally go into the like groupie kind of like angle,
it
right?
absolutely is, in
Right.
that sense.
And
yeah.
yet, because it's such a small band, it's you're one of the people who's been supporting us since the beginning. Oh my God, thank you. Right? Like I could totally see it being the thing where, yeah, Nana is very
it
close
moved
friends
beyond
with this person.
parasocial to actually the like, no, we're actually just social.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Like she gave me that cake. You remember that cake?
Yeah,
no, the cake when I
thank you.
needed it. Like,
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
and maybe they do have some intimacy, but maybe they don't.
Yeah.
Who cares? The main point of this here is that Nana needed them. And in a lot of ways, Nana K doesn't really care about Nana O's needs
Right, because she hadn't,
or
because she
feelings necessarily.
her big flaw up until now, I would say, one way to describe it is that she doesn't care about other people's needs in general, because since she, and I think Junko used it as the victim mindset or whatever, or not that specifically, but
Well,
like
Junko
making
went too hard. I
herself
like
the
that
victim, right?
Kyosuke kind of was like,
Yeah.
yo, what the hell? Like,
Yeah,
right
and
then?
we started with the episode with that, which is fantastic. I love it. But that is something that Nana K definitely does, and as a result of that, if she constantly is belittling herself and putting herself into a position of
My needs
of
don't
need,
matter.
right?
Yeah.
Like desperate need, right? Then she's not going to be thinking about other people's needs, because it's yes, I know
I'm in survival mode
I know
constantly.
in my head that you have needs, but yeah, I'm in survival mode. This is a critical, immediate thing.
If you're
And
not within 3 feet of me, I don't.
Right,
I
like
don't
I
have
can't
space
focus
for you. I can't run
exactly
energy for you.
and that is a completely fair decision.
Absolutely.
And like approach to things, because you have those times where that's where you are, and so
Thing is,
that's
that
the situation.
that puts out a very specific type of energy, and only a few specific types of people can handle that kind of energy.
And more importantly, what happens when you then realize, oh, hey, because of that, I have not actually been thinking or checking in of what the situation is with this other person that I'm close to. And then suddenly you realize that, oh, hey, maybe they weren't doing so great either. And, fuck, right?
One of the things that I feel like is a very good just rule of thumb in general when you're in relationships with people and you're relatively close to them, you don't have to be like super close, just relatively close. There's a few things that are automatic, like, oh, these things make people feel better. Reaching out to them out of the blue and saying like, hey, I was thinking about you and just wanted to see like, how are things, how are you doing?
Yeah.
It's not really like anything big, but it's the idea that you told them and showed them by your effort or phone call or whatever, that you're like, I'm thinking about you. I care about you. Might not get much more from them other than like, oh yeah, I'm doing fine. Thanks for calling. And then you'd be like, okay, well, cool. Like, you know, just how are things with this? And then you asking them questions is the other part there. This is under the umbrella of that. It's a specific thing. But the other thing is just asking people questions. Like just specifically engaging with them with an inquiry rather than just this is what's going on here. And I'm just going to talk about me. And
I didn't actually check to see if you have time or mental energy to listen to this story that I'm going to tell. But yeah.
Yeah. And like, you do this. Oh
yeah. Nana K is in such a low place, not talking about the relationship angle because she is there, but low place from the standpoint of her established habits with regards to like caring about other people's feelings, that any progress is fantastic.
And it sucks because she's literally in the situation right now where she is in survival mode because
for very good reason.
I just went through a very painfully traumatic event.
Yep.
And so
Right.
while she ends up getting to have this really high pick-me-up moment of going to see like this just incredibly close person that she's like found by fate almost,
Oh yeah.
then have this like immediate crash after that. That is so relatable because of our innate ability to self-sabotage when we're in the general state of discomfort, dysfunction, and all that stuff, because then we take the things that were really good, and rather than just enjoying them, kind of coloring your lens in such a way that you see this as just a really good thing.
Sure.
You then end up suspicious. You end up distrustful. You end up, afraid. And those things then color your lens in a different way, where then all these really happy things of people celebrating becomes oh, they are excluding me. They are specifically avoiding me in this regard. And it's like, Nana, I'm sorry.
I have had that so much.
Yeah.
And the thing is, in those situations, like the problem is that you can't just say it's all in your head, Mr. Tweedy, right? Like say it, right? Like that doesn't always work
that
because
will never work.
Because there's some aspects of it where you're like, no, but there is something there that I'm seeing, and yet sometimes if you just set up an opportunity to interact with these people in like a regular sense or whatever, then you'll be able to be like, oh yeah, here's some actual evidence to the contrary that no, they don't hate me, they're not avoiding me, they're not, whatever, et cetera, et cetera.
I know there'd be so many people in the comments that being like, you ever have that moment where you just suddenly think, wait, do all my friends hate me? Am I?
Right.
Like everybody feels that.
Oh yeah,
You're not alone.
Even worse if you have the
You feel that all the time. Sometimes, all the time. Sometimes, but basically, that comes up.
Everybody has that at some point.
Yeah.
And even worse if you have something where the coincidences of the universe happen to line up, hard things happening.
Like there's evidence.
Right. Where like you have a rough patch with multiple different friends at once, and then you're like, oh fuck, right? Like
right, because there is of course the possibility that. Yes, one or more of the people around you don't like you that much.
Sure.
But the way in which we twist it and spin it, especially after coming off of a big high, is, I would say, also a defense mechanism that we do specifically to keep ourselves from getting hurt even harder, because we believe that if you get to a high enough happy point, that makes the crash afterwards hurt even more.
Yep.
But actually, it makes it so it takes longer to fall.
Oh,
So
I haven't thought about it like
if
that.
you think about it like this, actually, in my opinion, this is the reason why we do this. It's because what actually hurts is not the fall impact. It's that feeling of your stomach kind of sucking in as you realize, oh no, I've got an impact coming. And so you basically are like a car crash coming.
Right,
and so
right.
you tighten up and you
whereas
make
like
it
the
even
tensing of the
worse.
car crash makes it worse, whereas if you're relaxed and are kind of taken by surprise by it, then you're like, oh,
And
a
you're
car
like,
crash.
Oh, something bad happened.
But your spine was flexible, so you don't have, right? Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
That principle applies, I think, in social dynamics as well.
This episode has actually been like really like kind of cathartic for me in a weird way.
And that's
because,
Nana as this series so far.
Right, but
it's
like,
just so good at that.
Like I've specifically recently been going through a situation of like, shit.
And then you
right?
get to project a little bit into Nana and feel that in a separated thing from you, and it's very therapeutic.
And to be able to be like,
right,
that's right.
I'm not crazy.
I'm not crazy, right?
Right,
like speed bumps in relationships happen all the time, right? And so don't make it something in your head that then turns into something real out here, right?
Without at least communicating.
Right, like the fact that Nana K had all these insecurities and things like that, because there was aspects of how this girl coming over was inconveniencing her and things like that, because she might not want to be around strangers right now.
Nana didn't ask for permission or ask just to clarify, like, hey, you're chill with her staying over, right?
Yeah, things like that.
Yeah.
And so as a result of that, it becomes this whole thing in her head that then has a real impact out here, because she acts based on that, right?
Yep.
And so it's and that's the catch-22. You like it's not real, but you can make it real, and so you have to stop doing that, but your anxiety is about it being real, so then it's like fuck, yeah.
God, so good.
Yeah.
And then all that in the context of, okay, so trappedness is actually at home. It's also something that both Nana and Junko are not really wanting to go
Nope.
at all.
Nope.
So Nana might go to the concert alone, or the theory I have is she'll go with her sister or some family member or
that'd be
something.
great.
That could be cool. Or she does go alone and she encounters the band and it's just another funny serendipitous fate encounter.
The Nana K or Nana O and and Ren like just got real close to running into each other again, but didn't quite. Yeah.
Maybe.
What I hope doesn't happen is I hope it doesn't end up being something where, as a result of Nana, what happened at the end here, right? With the, Nana O getting hurt. I hope that it doesn't turn into something where then it's some trying to make it up to Nana K or something like that, where it's like, oh, all right, cool. And then the thing that could be a fun experience that would then have the complication of Ren being there would be negative inherently, and then on top of that have Ren as the potential complicating force.
That could happen. That's a pretty good prediction. I think that could happen.
Given how many mistakes these characters are making in the show, I would not be surprised if that ended up being another one on top of it, because I feel like that's an element of where their own little dysfunction could definitely surface in a way that could still be fun, because then that's a way where it rears its ugly head, and then it could theoretically be addressed and dealt with.
It stokes some drama, but it also gives us some
room to grow.
Opportunity for these two. Well, also an opportunity for these two to be on a train alone together and just talk.
And don't think we missed it in this romance in a non-traditional relationship where they aren't necessarily they'll have to realize that is even on the table, right? Here's an opportunity for them to meet the family.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, I want Nana O to meet the sister, the Gyaru sister. That would be hilarious and awesome.
And then Nana O's like, "Wow, you're so cool,
nice.
So wild and fun."
I had a Gyaru phase back then, and Nana K's like, yeah.
How could you? Oh my gosh.
Pictures. I need pictures.
Yeah, pictures. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out my Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play on Twitch. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.